Hey everybody, welcome back to Trinity Dairy. Don't forget to like and share, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Today's January 17th, 2025. It's pretty warm out today. It's like 35, 36 degrees. And that's about what it was yesterday. But it sounds like we're going to go into the deep freeze now for 4 or 5 days. It's supposed to be like a high of like 3 above tomorrow, and then a high. There's like 3 days where it doesn't even get above 0 during the day, so that's going to be kind of nasty. So we're going to grind some more feed, get the bin filled up so we can get through the cold weather, get through that without having to run much equipment. And I probably won't get a lot of video of grinding, but I'm going to try to put the 806 on it, the grinder today, give that thing a workout. I don't have the thermostat in it yet, but I got a bunch of the front end work done that I wanted to. I'll flip you around and show you that. So I put new tie rod ends on it. This bolster here I had to replace because it was cracked down here. So I got one of these used at a parts yard and we put that in. It's actually off of a 560, but they're the same piece. The only thing that was different was where this back bolt, I had to get new bolts for here because this was thicker than the 806 one ended here, and this one went down more. But so I got that all in. I got to get new bolts for this yet because these are loose and that wobbles around a little. But definitely tightened up the steering a lot, that's for sure. So we'll fire this up, get it on the grinder. I'm just going to be grinding shell corn today and mixing dairy feed. The ear corn would be more of a workout, but I don't need any of that ground right now. So we'll fire up, we'll get hooked up and grind some feed with it. And then I don't know if I'll be getting anything more today, but see, maybe once this cold weather hits, we'll try to get a little video. There's not much going on this time of the year, so we'll see what we get into in this video. Started good. I got the bee here on the feed wagon, but I don't think I'm going to fire that up. It'll start, I'm sure, but it's not too far to just carry the silage and haylage here and dump it in the wagon. So being this cold, there's no sense to fire it up when I don't absolutely have to have it going. And it's cold. The wind is picking up a little too. They're talking like 30 below wind chills tonight. Even more than that later on next couple days, so that tends to drive that cold air into places you don't want it, that's for sure. Check the water tank over here. This one's got a heater in it. Now it's open, froze up, and once they drink it down and the water gets below the ice level, it freezes over, but at least they got open water, so that's good. Alright, I switched from my phone camera to the GoPro because I can hang on to the GoPro with my glove on, and my phone I can't. So that makes things a little bit nicer when it's this temperature. I was going to check the heifers up here, make sure they're water. I got a heater in there for them too, but occasionally they mess with the cord and unplug it, which it looks like they must have done again, because I don't see cord. So we're gonna have to, last time they did it, they just dropped it in the tank, so we'll find that. Let's see. Yep, there's the cord. I've had this thing in here for like 2 weeks and they haven't bothered it at all. And now the last couple days they decide they just can't leave this cord alone. I might have to put some kind of a pipe or something over it so they can't get at it. Alright, well, get a chunk of PVC pipe or something and stick over that cord, and maybe that'll help them leave it alone. Well, I changed my mind on the pipe idea up here for now. I took and wrapped the cord, the black cord here, around this green one instead of just plugging it in, because I think that was part of the problem. It'd pull on it a little bit and this would pop loose and then it would fall in. So now with it being wrapped up on here, it's got this wire kind of spring thing over the cord, so if they chew on it some, they don't chew through the cord, so I'm not so worried about that. But I'm still thinking with the pipe on there, unless I can get a pipe and actually fasten it to something, they'll be still able to unplug it and flop it down in the water. So we'll see if this works any better. Otherwise I could maybe even get a staple or something and kind of staple that cord to the post, but leave it to cattle. They'll play with something long enough to cause trouble, that's for sure. But that's how it is. So skid steer should be warmed up enough now. See how much video of feeding and stuff I can get. Once it starts getting dark here, this camera probably won't show up real well, but we'll see what we get done. So here's the water tank for the dry cows, and this is the water. I've got this running out of the milk house. So all our hot water in the milk house comes is heated by our wood boiler, our outdoor boiler. So I just hook a hose into there and use it to keep that one thawed out, and that works really well. Now, like by morning it'll be froze over, but it's usually not bad. Then I'll just break it open, and I probably won't fill it completely full tonight. That way in the morning I'll have room to run some more hot water in there and thaw that crust out. So that's what I've done, I think, the last 2 winters, and it's worked really well. But it does burn through the wood. It's amazing how much I will draw this furnace down. So I'm gonna go up here. I hear the fan on the door is running now, so it's definitely taking heat. So we'll throw some wood in here. There we go. Now we'll go feed the outside stock some silage. got a round bale spread out for the dry cows and heifers. There's Justin's beef calf there. He's doing good. Got nice bedding for them to lay in so they can bed down good, and got a wind block there for them, so that keeps them pretty sheltered from the wind, and they seem to be doing good out here. And then this bale I spread out, well, they got a bale of hay out here to eat too, but this was some kind of first, second, and third crop all rolled into one. It was made really late, so the first crop was all dead, and the second and probably third crop were growing up through, so there's a lot of good hay in there for them to pick through, and there's a lot of good bedding hay. Well, we got pretty much all the outside stuff done. Jordan and Jessica are up just bringing some water up for the heifers up in the top barn, the ones outside. Justin, he's finishing the rest of feeding silage to the cows in the barn. Just about done. What do you got left? A couple wheelbarrows? Just that one? And give them their grain. That'll be done. Milking's done. Running the barn cleaner now, getting the manure out. Some of you have asked how that's been working. We'll actually go check on it now and see. I got it running right now. It's been going good, but the other morning I got about half of the manure ran out and it quit pumping out. So I went out to the lagoon, and of course there's a frozen crust on it. I broke that crust open and the manure come boiling up out of there, and then it pumped it out again, and that's been about 3-4 days ago. So now with this cold blast coming, I don't know, we'll see what it does. I was kind of worried about that, seeing as how the lagoon was so low. But I'm hoping we can keep this going until we get into spring or summer when it's warm enough. I don't need to run the barn cleaner constantly, so we can get that sleeve pulled out and get that rebuilt. But for right now, we're going to try to limp it along. It's been working actually pretty well, but we'll get a little bit of video here of it running. So this pit was about half full when I turned it on, so it's pumped that down. It's kind of hard to tell because the barn cleaner is still filling it, but you can see my flight cleaner over there is a little bit out of whack. It's not cleaning the best. Water coming in over here on the side. I just got a hose running into there. I don't know if I need the extra water. This section here is pretty watery, but some of the areas get a little bit dry, so I like to make sure I got plenty of water coming in. Well, there we go. Pumped it all out. So one more barn cleaning that we don't have to haul out in the tote. That's always nice. So Jordan brought the straw, and now we'll get the calves bedded up here, and I think we'll call it a night. Hello, critter. Getting darker over in this corner. You got straw on your back. They're sleeping already. Well, they look like they're all comfy. So another question that I get asked this time of the year on the videos, especially when it's this cold outside, what I use in the barn for heat to keep it warm in here. And we don't use anything in here. The cows are the heaters. I actually have fans. We have exhaust fans in here that run. They're on thermostats. So when it gets too warm in here, they'll kick on to regulate the temperature. And we try to keep it about 40 degrees Fahrenheit in here. That's, actually, I don't know if that's coming on the camera. The one fan just kicked on now. But that's plenty good temperature for the cows. Cows, when they're milking, they put out a lot of heat. So no need for any extra heat in here. The milk house, I have a heater in there. That's not heated from the barn. That just heats from the wood boiler. But as far as in the barn, it's all heated by the cows. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap up this video. Hopefully we make it through the next few days with no frozen pipes or any big dilemmas from the cold, but time will tell. So I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.